Okay, so I've opened up a new document. What's the first thing we do with a new document? We save it. We're going to save this one today. First name, last name, dash, character. Okay, save that to your desktop. Okay, now that I've done that, the first character we're going to make is one of the people from Minecraft. Okay, it's really simple to do. I'm just going to show you this one, and then I want you guys to play around with all the other ones. This one's super simple. Take the rectangle, we're going to make a rectangle. Okay, this starts off at the bottom of, I believe his name is Steve. Okay, push pull tool, we're just going to bring it up a little bit, not too much, because remember his feet are really tiny compared to his legs. Then I'm taking my select tool, selecting the entire thing. I'm taking my move tool, holding down the holding down the control key on my keyboard and pulling upward, okay? And that's going to land right on top of it. Then I'm going to take my push-pull tool again and pull up for his legs. I'm going to then take my select tool again, and I'm trying to select that top box. I'm going to take my orbit tool and double check of what I selected. See how I selected stuff I didn't want to select? If I hold my shift key down and have my select tool, I can deselect by clicking on these parts. Okay? I'm going to take my orbit tool, take another look. Look, I've got something else going on. I'm going to do that one, that one, that one. Okay? And I might have a few other things in there. Let's zoom in and take a look. I'm going to use my pan tool to bring that down. And let's just take a look. It looks like I've gotten the top line of that bottom box. So let's deselect that also. Remember to use your orbit tool, because it gets a little bit tricky, especially when you've got items close together. Okay, I'm going to zoom out again, grab my pan tool, deselect these items. See the little line right in here? That means I've selected the top also. Oops, that one I wanted. That one I don't, and that one I don't. Take my orbit tool one more time. Let's zoom back out. I'm going to grab my pan tool to bring that over. Select tool. Hold down my shift key so I deselect it. Deselect. And I think I got everything. So let's zoom out. Okay. I'm going to take my orbit tool again to take a look. Now that I'm back on the front, I'm going to duplicate this yet again. Hold my control key down while I've got my move tool. That's the one with the 4 red arrows. And I'm going to pull up. Okay? And I'm going to let that land right on top. Okay? While it's still selected, I'm going to do it again to make the head. Okay? See how I've done that? Now, how would you think I would make the head? If I take my push-pull tool and pull out, and then my orbit tool to come around the back and pull out again, I've just made his head. Pretty easy. Now I'm going to show you another quick trick to make his arms. Okay, I'm going to use my push-pull tool again on this top box of his torso, his body. Okay, I'm pulling out. Okay, and I can adjust this later. Take my orbit tool back, and I'm going to draw a line right here, endpoint to endpoint. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same on this side. Push pull, pen tool, endpoint to endpoint. Okay, and now look what I've done. I've just created him. Okay, if I want to come in here and color him, I can pick colors, and I don't quite remember what color his shirt was. I believe it was blue, but if we come in here and find a blue color, remember once you select one, the paint automatically comes up. I can click here, I can click here and here, but remember he's got more than one side of his body, right? So come back and get your color, orbit tool to go around the back, get your color. And oh, did we notice what I didn't do? I didn't draw a line from here to here to connect his back of his arm. So let's do that now. Endpoint to endpoint. And I'll come around here again with my pencil tool, endpoint to endpoint. And this is actually called the line tool, but I call it the pencil tool because I see a pencil every time, okay? The other thing you could do is, say he has hands or something. If I do the line tool again, I can come in here now and say change the color of that little section if I wanted to. And that's a great way to separate all of your colors. This is also the way that we start to make hair, all right? If you look at the picture, there's somewhat of a drawing that shows the hair. So if you click on the edge and start coming around and doing just a little hairline, okay? Now what you have is a place for hair. Let's just make his orange. Oh, it didn't do it, so I didn't connect something, okay? So if I come in here and grab that bottom edge and finish it out, okay? Now if I grab my color, nope, it still didn't do it. So maybe there's something going on here that I just didn't do, okay? So I'll have to check with that. Otherwise, oh, look what happened here. This, our perspective took a little turn for the worst. So I'm gonna undo. Let's just go back and undo everything I did, because I was not looking at that straight on like I was supposed to, right? Okay, so now if I go straight on, hopefully this will work. Take my pen tool, okay, and we're just randomly drawing some hair, okay? But I'm going to keep going to connect this box, okay? Let's see if that works. See how that worked? It's a great way to separate your colors out, okay? Remember to save often. Remember to give them a face. On the Minecraft characters, I don't believe the faces extrude or anything like that. All right, remember you need to do 2 different characters. Try to do it on the same SketchUp document. Remember to name your document, first name, last name, dash character. This whole project is worth 50 points and it's due tomorrow, okay? 10 points of that is for naming it. All right, so good luck.